Now that's Butterworthy.
What's up, ladies and gents? Jamie Butterworth here. Sorry for my absence for the past few months, but I've had a lot going on in my own life. So, video game community's kind of taking a backseat. But anyway, the thing that brings me to you guys today is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but it's kind of been on everyone's mind for the past day or so because of Project Cars. Project Cars at this point is likely to be canceled for the Wii U because the director of the game has been on social media and been doing interviews about it, saying, hey, we're having problems getting it running on the Wii U like it should be, so probably won't do it, maybe on the next Nintendo system. And that game was crowdfunded. Crowdfunded in particular by Nintendo fans. Fans that have been very excited for the game for some time, have been very supportive of it, even through delays and everything else, and have also been shafted by it. Now, here's the thing. I've been kind of on this kick for a while, but you shouldn't be crowdfunding video games at this point because there have been so many delays, so many flops, so many people that have taken money and produced nothing out of it that it's becoming a big risk to actually crowdfund these things because more or less you're going to be out, you know, 10, 15, 20 plus dollars, whatever you put into it. You may eventually see a game out of it, but they're never going to hit the date they gave you initially. And even then, it's unlikely to be what you're expecting anyway. The backers of Mighty No. 9 saw that last year. You know, Mighty No. 9 team released a playable demo for the game. And from what I heard, it was really disappointing. A lot of people said it just didn't feel like Mega Man. It didn't feel like they were expecting it to feel. And that's what people need to realize. You know, all of these spiritual successors that are coming out, you know, Mighty No. 9, and we've got a Bloodstained, and we have Ukulele, things like that. These type of games are never what you're expecting. The past kind of needs to stay in the past, because there isn't going to be another Castlevania Symphony in the Night. There isn't going to be another Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie. There's not going to be another Mega Man 2. Those games in the past, they happened. They were amazing. And the very same people that made them probably won't strike lightning twice in the same place. So they're saying spiritual successor to get your money. They're not doing it because it's going to be, you know, as great as it once was. They're getting your hopes up to get into your wallet. You know, they might, you know, in earnest, I'm going to say the guys that are doing Ukulele, they honestly seem to have everything in the right place. I have no doubt that's going to be a fantastic game. Because what they came out with, they already had gameplay showing, they had a full plan, they already had the game funded, but they wanted additional money to make it better. I'm totally okay with that. I see why they did it. Personally, I'm not supporting it, just because I'm done with crowdfunding games. But they actually came out, had everything in place, had a plan ready to go, and said, look, we need your money for these reasons. That's admirable. On the other hand, we had Mighty No. 9 crew come out. All they had was some concept art. And they was like, look, I did Mega Man. Don't you want me to do something like Mega Man, but not actually Mega Man, but kind of like Mega Man? And then people threw millions of dollars at him. And here we're sitting 2 years later, and we have nothing to show for it. Oh, except they did another Kickstarter to get more money to actually put voice acting in there. So, yeah. And now we're coming out with Igarashi. I can't even remember the first name of it. Starts with a K. K. Igarashi. Anyway, but now he's coming out, and he had the same shit as Mighty No. 9. He had concept art, and he had a general outline for it, and everything else. And then people start throwing money at him again. And we're probably going to end up right back in the same situation. We're going to be 2.5 years down the line, still no game to show for it. People probably won't be happy with whatever they have shown, or not as happy as they should be, because guess what? It's not going to be Castlevania. It's not. That's why it's a spiritual successor. And even Castlevania release these days wouldn't be Castlevania. Like I said, Symphony of the Night isn't going to happen again. A lot of those great Game Boy Advance games were one-offs because after Symphony of the Night, no matter which way you see it, it was downhill. It was gradually downhill at first, and then it just kind of dropped off a lot. But that's the thing. These crowdfunded games aren't living up to expectations, if they're living up to anything in the first place. I went to my own Kickstarter kind of history. And I've backed 7 or 8 different things, all told. I backed one game that actually came to fruition. It was called SoulForge, because I love card games. It's available on Android and iOS. And it was also, one of the people involved in it was the same guy that created Magic. And it was great at first, until you realize that unless you have the most powerful cards, you're going to lose constantly. There isn't really any skill involved. It doesn't matter how you build your deck. Unless you have the best cards, period, which require a lot of additional money, then you're out of luck. It's not like Hearthstone, which ramps up and you can gradually earn better cards, and you don't need the best cards to actually win. In SoulForge, you need the best. So that was a dud, unfortunately. I had high hopes for it. I kickstarted some book I actually got something out of, and then I kickstarted that 90s arcade racer, which I kickstarted at this point nearly 3 years ago. About a year ago, they lost most of their code and had to almost start fresh. At least we got a video recently of it playing on Wii U. So 3 years later, we might have it by this fall. What else? I backed a number of other games that have gone nowhere, that have gone over dates, that don't have release dates. Mighty Number 9 is one of those that I backed $20 on, and I honestly regret doing. And there was just a number that I put one on that I wish I wouldn't have. One game that I actually rescinded my pledge on was Toe Jam and Earl. You saw me, a couple months ago, I posted a video, I was excited about it. I was. Until they released their Wii U stretch goal, which was 3 or 4 times more than their initial goal. That was ridiculous. And then they also posted a video that featured Tim fucking Schafer. Okay? Don't support anything Tim Schafer ever does. Okay? He is known for blowing budgets and producing subpar results. He made 1 or 2 good games, and the rest have been crap that people seem to forget about. But the problem is, he was given $3.3 million to do Broken Age. Okay, he squandered the budget and made half a game, literally half a game. That's why it's Broken Age Part 1. And he did another Kickstarter to get Broken Age Part 2, which apparently recently came out, and I think that finished the story. I don't know. But when the Toe Jam and Earl guys featured Tim Schafer, I was like, no, I'm out, I'm done. I want my money back. No, not happening. So I took that pledge back. But since then, I haven't kickstarted anything. I refuse to, because Kickstarter, the site is great, and there are plenty of amazing projects on there that come to fruition all the time that you should be backing. But not a single one of those need to be video games. Stop backing video games, because all we're doing is just getting screwed another way. And these projects aren't living up to the hype, and people are getting their consumers all hyped up and ready and opening their wallets based on games from 10, 15, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. That's what you're opening your wallet for, guys. Alright? I mean, we're getting screwed every which way out of this, and we need to stop crowdfunding video games, because it's done. I'm done. You can do what you want to, but I'm not backing anymore. No, I've been disappointed too many times, and things just don't happen like they should, and the things that actually do happen rarely meet expectations. So that's my 2 cents, guys. I'm done with Kickstarter and all crowdfunding for video games. And everyone else should be too at this point, because people seem to have short-term memories. These things just don't turn out. They don't. Some products get funded, some video games get funded, and people just make off with the money, and there's never any video game out of it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of crowdfunding games down below, but regardless of what system or PC or anything, don't crowdfund games. I think that's done. I'm done with it. You should be too. Don't settle with getting screwed and people tugging on your nostalgic heartstrings. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll try not to take so long for the next video. So, peace out.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and Google+. I'll see you guys next time.